Are you ready, boys, to pod some
Pretty
casts?
ready. Stick that mic in your mouth hole. Not too much.
No, that's clipping.
Yeah, it's clipping.
It's clipping. Yeah, it's clipping
You're
again.
peeking it. You're peeking. This is
Wala ka
the...
bang windscreen yan?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I could go.
no,
Is your phone the vibrate-y, Raffy?
You have a windscreen? Put
Coaster
it on.
baby.
No, I didn't bring it
Oh, you... Oh.
because we're in Comic Con.
The quality content our patrons sign up for.
Miguel's slurping noises.
Why you gotta say it like that?
This episode is brought to us by our patrons.
But
We have patrons now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the first. Finally, we finally we have our Patreon account set up.
Yeah, dog.
So thank you to Carlo and Charlie for being the
Charlie.
first Patreons of Good Trades Brigade.
Carlos.
Salt of the earth. I love him to death.
Salt of the earth.
Is
Wow.
salt of the earth like a bad thing?
No, that's a good
Yeah.
thing.
It's
a
Because
good
it gives
thing.
life.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you salted the earth.
You mean scum of the earth?
No.
And those are not our patrons, Emile.
No,
Yeah.
like I thought that you salted the earth if you didn't want anything to grow there,
I don't know.
right?
It can retain
I meant
water.
it in a good way.
Yeah,
so
let's
that's
keep it at
all
that.
that matters.
That's all. It's the thought that
I
counts.
watched Scott Pilgrim.
We love you guys.
Welcome to Good Trades, the podcast where we punch each other with stories and everyone takes damage.
Oh, what's that?
Damage.
I got punched
Damage.
with damage.
I think that
Yeah.
was damage.
I like
So-
how our friend Jason is referring to things as damage.
Really?
Things? Really?
Yeah,
Ill
while
damage.
earlier he said like, I think I can join your next show because I have enough damage in the form of stories.
Oh, yeah, that
I
is
really
true.
like
Yeah,
that, yes.
yeah. So this is episode what, 20?
I think.
Yeah.
Is it?
I think.
Have we hit
Let
the
me
big
run.
2-0?
Let me run the
Di pa midlife crisis. I mean,
Oh.
quarter life crisis.
I mean, like we skipped last week, so I think it was
we're at
9.
20.
Yeah,
Nobody's
we're at
fact
20.
checking.
No.
Amazing.
Well, there you go.
Here it is. No, I got it.
Fact checking live.
3,
I
2.
think this is 19.
19.
What?
Because
we did 19.
Adobo Saves Us All is the last one.
Yeah.
Adobo
Saves
Save Us All is
18.
the Halloween special.
That's 18th is Adobo Saves Us All. Did we have anything after that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh,
We
so
did. So this is the big
I-
It
2-0.
should be.
Wow.
Yeah.
20 whole episodes, boys.
Yeah,
That's a lot of episodes.
In
sure
case we are-
does.
That's a lot of nuts.
That's a lot.
It's kind of special since we have the Patreon set up.
Yeah.
And
So-
Emile is leaving the show
Oh no.
for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks.
For 1 week.
10
Our-
days.
Yeah, 10 days to be
10
exact.
days,
The annual Japan trip.
Japan's.
I
Yeah.
won.
You excited about that?
Yeah, totally.
How you
I'm
feeling?
totally excited about that. Like, I've been spending like the last 2-3 weeks just like me and Donna just preparing for the trip.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like doing errands here and there, and the very last errand is to record a podcast with you guys.
Aww. We're secretly gonna kick him out.
No.
We're gonna hold auditions.
No. But who could replace this?
Jason.
Jason. Yeah.
No.
I mean, he has glasses then. So
Oh yeah. I mean,
Anyways,
that's all
yeah.
it takes.
Yeah. Anyway, let's start the podcast, right? I'm your host, Miggs from Too Much Gaming.
And it's right now.
And it's right now. This ain't this ain't
Too Much
goofs.
Gaming
This
now.
ain't
How does it
bloopers.
feel being unpaid?
Not really good, but but,
hey,
but I
video
like
games.
writing now about video games.
Sweet.
No, you get to do
Cool.
stuff early. 'cause
Yeah.
of the video games.
Yeah, and events and
Reviews,
reviews
baby.
and
How's the writing for the Too Much Gaming bit?
right now it ain't that much since I'm also busy with other stuff like Comic Con, which we can
Sick.
discuss next week
Sure.
when you're not here.
Sure.
No, but-
Because only
Yeah.
half of Comic Con is done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you
just
guys
finished
have
day
Comic-Con
1.
tomorrow.
Yeah, we just finished day 1, so we're all tired. And anyways, to our right, we have. How am I
That's
gonna
your
say?
left.
Oh,
Also, we are on an audio format, so for the
Where
listeners,
direction
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, Miggy.
this is
Floating
strange.
voices.
I mean, how would you know that Raffy's on my left?
What
He's
if
in
he's
my
right?
front, but
I
he's on
mean-
your left.
I am dying. Get on with this.
Yeah, get on with it. Get on with
I am
it.
in hell right
So
now.
the guy who's on my left, Raffy.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's up?
Catchphrase.
Yeah.
Catchphrase.
Catchphrase. So also Emile, who's also already been talking about Japan.
What's up,
is here.
guys? I'm here.
And the other Miguel, Migoy from
Smokes on a pancake.
from Too Much
that's a good one.
Smokes in a Pancake.
That's a good
Cigar and a waffle.
That's a good catchphrase.
Pipe in the crib.
Completely original.
The monthly, yeah.
I love go.
Our quotes guy. Yeah.
I thought that was Emile.
No, but you were spouting quotes now.
Oh, I thought you said cults.
Quotes.
Wait, I'm the cult guy?
Why?
Because
Why
you
is
like
Emile the
Orzhov.
quotes?
What? Oh, yeah, I do like Orzo.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
there.
Deep,
There's
confirm.
deep magic pulls.
And that's our magic thing for the episode.
yeah,
No,
and then,
what-
We got
Quote
our
has been
checklist
reached.
up.
yeah, we got it done. We got the Magic the Gathering reference in.
Peter
Yep,
We did it, boys.
So, what is up, guys? How's your weeks? Everything doing well?
Yeah, dude.
Wait, I was supposed to do an impression, right?
Yeah.
Give us your impression.
Who was
Miggy.
it? Shit.
What?
Oh, True Believers.
Oh,
What? What is this?
We saw a giant fucking. There's a building in BGC where it had 2 screens of like Stanley on it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
sadly, the man has finally passed on.
Yeah, he
Yeah, this
did.
He's been getting in the years.
Yeah, this week is a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah,
of
definitely. So many
news.
things happen.
Yeah, there's the Pikachu movie, which
What the hell?
which was
right.
which stars
Not very-
Ryan Reynolds as Detective Pikachu.
I don't know what to make of it.
I'm okay with it,
Really?
except for
actually-
2 things:
What?
Psyduck and
Psyduck is
Jigglypuff,
terrifying.
Oh, Jigglypuff.
which are
They
both
all
They
look
were all very-
both
terrifying.
nightmare
And
fuels.
Mr. Mime.
Yeah,
I can get behind Mr. Mime.
Oh, good lord. Like, you
That
want
felt
that
like
in
some-
your house?
I mean,
Like, right? Just
I-
watching you
no,
sleep?
See, I didn't say I want it in my house. I said I could get behind it, where I can keep an eye on it.
yeah.
Smart
Oh,
man.
at least
Smart
that,
man.
and not other things.
Yeah, yeah. But
And
like overall, like the movie, it's like it's hitting that uncanny valley feeling for everyone, but at the same time, for some reason, everyone's hyped as fuck.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
to see
It's
it.
the first live action Pokemon movie.
Not me.
and I know,
Boy.
like most of what's represented in the trailer looks fine. Like they're just, yeah, like what I said earlier, there are just 2 nightmare fuels that were in my mind when I watched the trailer, and that is Jigglypuff and Psyduck. And I mean, a hairy Jigglypuff, but
I mean,
that's
they're all
It's
fine.
better than a rubbery
Yeah,
skin Jigglypuff,
like a scrotum
right?
Jigglypuff,
But they're
right?
too floofy, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit.
Like, dude,
They all
you're
look
kind
like
of mangy.
Yeah, they all look
Yeah.
like the stuffed toys in that live action Winnie the Pooh movie. They all
Yeah,
look
yeah.
dirty,
Oh, yeah,
Ki-
yeah.
yeah, that kind of
They do
like
look dirty, yeah.
right?
get that impression.
Inside though.
Stringy
Yes,
hairs
feathers.
and, yeah, weird baby hairs and junk.
No, like for me, like the premise seems like it feels like a Sony movie where they're going for childlike humor, the jokes, like when they were interrogating the Mr. Mime and all that.
Yeah.
What I didn't like was how the Pokemon look extra fake.
Yeah.
Like not only do they look weird, they move as if they don't exist in the world. There's no weight to any of their movements. They're just there.
I guess.
Are they
Like I
AR
guess
still?
Pikachu is the most convincing, but he
Yeah.
has to be. But like everyone else looks like, oh, like just imagine there's a thing over there. We'll animate it later.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like before this came out, there was this artist who drew photorealistic Pokemon.
Yes.
Wasn't
I've
he
seen
the
this
one who
thing.
got hired?
He got
Was he?
yeah, he's the one who got hired.
Oh, so
really?
that's why.
So that's
Shoot.
him?
Yeah.
That's him doing the Nightmare Fuel?
There was a post of
Now
that.
hire the Bowsette
We
guy.
forgot the
am I
name.
right?
Yeah. Now hire the Bowsette guy. Wait, you mentioned there's only 2 pieces of Nightmare Fuel in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, are you forgetting Greninja's tongue?
Oh yeah, that
scar?
one.
Dude,
Sorry,
his
yeah.
eyes.
Good God.
So that's
Like,
the
realistic
third nightmare
frog
fuel.
eyes.
Like,
Like,
can't-
if
I
you
can't-
zoom in
I
on...
can't.
If
Dude,
you,
it's
if
like
you,
dried tongue, which
Dude,
is
if you
Yeah.
zoom in
Yeah.
on his tongue, you can see each taste bud.
yeah,
Yep.
taste
Yeah.
buds,
Mhm.
baby.
Because there was like statues.
Yeah,
of the Pokemon.
like prod
Or busts.
props, yeah, or busts.
And
That-
like the Greninja one, like he has those realistic frog eyes that poke out,
yeah.
and not anime flat frog eyes.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. Like
Greninjas
on the
and there's,
trailer,
like, They're like assassin police or something.
Assassin Police?
It's like there's 3 of them chasing Pikachu and Matt Visual.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Visual was also in Jurassic World.
Was he?
Yeah, he's the scrawny scientist nerd.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's him. Yep.
He's a lot younger than I thought. Or just
Anyways,
maybe the role.
speaking of nerds, so our week has been interesting. We participated last week in a game,
Yes.
a Dungeon World game, hosted by none other than one of our patrons, Carlo.
Licodine.
Yeah, Licodine.
Lysidine.
Carlo
Lysidine.
No, like
That's his GM name.
Lucidine.
Carlo Lysidine.
no, like the first time I met Carlo, I was like, Lysidine.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
dude.
Like, oh, Nicodine.
Kailangan barok pare.
Yeah.
Parang Benja.
People love our Filipino
Wait,
accents.
Oh man.
Jodora.
Those fucking memes.
Yeah. Anyway, so we went in.
Frigidaire.
So we went in and like played Dungeon World with
Yeah.
a few friends.
Yes.
And
What is Dungeon World?
So it's best described as D&D. That's more narrative focused and less stats heavy.
yeah, so it's
That's the baseline pitch for it. Like
Cool.
it's not a very crunchy
Yeah.
tabletop RPG that it doesn't rely on the player stats and then the pre-created monster stats. It's all very loose. It all focus on what the GM wants to tell, what the story the GM wants to tell, and how the players want to color the story. So it's very freeform in that way, and like
it's also very quick. Like I asked Emile, who is also like an experienced Dungeons and Dragons player, and he
okay.
told me that the first day you won't get to play anything. It's
Yeah.
just full of character creation fluff.
Yes.
This one we just finished character creation like what 30 or 45 minutes.
That's fast.
I'd say
bit,
I'd
like-
say an hour.
An hour.
I'd say an hour.
Yeah.
Cool. No,
But
because like
that's-
usually when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons, like you take like 6 hours, like
Yeah.
just nailing everything down.
Because this is PBTA, like powered by the apocalypse. So this is just very easy. Like they give you your character sheet, and a lot of it is just choices.
Yeah, like pre-made
nice.
classes
Even
now. Pre-made classes.
even apportioning your stats, they come in bundles. Like you get a plus 18 on here, and 16 on here.
then you just choose.
You just choose. They're all
Nice.
packed in.
Presets.
Hindi na siya, oh, I gotta put one
This-
here,
this point
then
here,
another
this
one
point
here.
there, right?
Yeah. And all that stuff. And
So is it also like less rolling for every single action? And more like
Yes. Like
do this and then roll for actual fights and
Yes.
stuff? Okay, cool.
there are a lot of actions that don't require you to roll. Like, for example, things that just put forward the narrative. Like, I
Right.
want to say this, or I want to check here, I want to do that. But there are some actions that the GM will pick out and say, wait, that constitutes this role. So there, you roll for
some
that.
actions will have.
Some actions, but not as much as like
D&D where it's almost everything.
Do a this check.
Oh, you need a
this
charisma check
do-
to
yeah,
talk
yeah,
to a
yeah.
person.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like there's no instances of you not getting to hold a knife or climbing down a ladder because you have 0 or 1 dex.
So,
I
That
can't
doesn't
even
happen.
pick up a knife.
Yeah,
damn it.
that happened in Emile's game.
oh no.
Like someone
yeah, like-
really just like
for real?
min-maxed some of the stats, and it's really not advisable.
Yeah,
You have to
yeah.
balance each stat.
Yeah, because you need to be a functioning human being.
Yeah.
Because like
In the fictional world.
yeah, because
yes.
like I've had games where people like made their intelligence so low,
Oh shit.
thinking
no.
that it would only affect their
Their
magic.
spells.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. They thought that, and they start playing, and like, oh, I talked to this person.
Roll
and then
for
like
intelligence.
no, and then like the GM's like, your intelligence is like 2. You can only make grunting sounds. And like he's like, wait, what? You didn't tell me this during character creation.
I fucked up.
Yeah, I fucked
Oh, wow.
up. So
How do I get smarter?
yeah, so we just go through the whole session of him just grunting and
Oh,
everything.
that's okay. That's more
I are
entertaining.
baboon.
yeah.
He writes his name upside down.
So anyway,
Why don't you tell the people, the good people listening to Good Shades, what your character was?
so we're gonna go and head straight to
Yeah.
what happened
Yeah.
story wise in the game. So I made a ranger named T Rushat.
Yeah.
So that's T. Rushat.
Yeah.
Rushat being the last name,
Cool.
and T being the first name.
Yeah.
And the kick is I didn't know my first name. So my party goes
Frequently
on
has
and,
bets.
yeah, frequently has bets on what my first name is. So it could be
Is it
Tomas.
Trevo?
It could be Trevor. It could
Trevo
be Timothy.
Melbo.
And yeah, so something like
And
that.
and during the adventure,
What?
We
my
got
favorite
giggles.
my favorite moment about True Shot is when he became Ralph from The Simpsons.
Wait, we
You're
have,
being-
we have to like properly like
Was he
tell
in
the story.
danger?
Yeah, no, it was
No.
more. I want to get into this right now
go,
because
go,
we're talking
do it.
about your character.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Do it.
So we get ambushed by a bunch of orcs.
This is the first. This is the first.
True Shot just goes, I think there are orcs.
No, I said orcs.
Oh no.
It's just
To warn the party when we
Yeah, to warn
clearly know that there are orcs because Carla described it to us.
Yeah.
And like at the very first, sorry, am I telling your story? That your first, what is your first rule? How did our adventure begin? True Shot.
Okay, so the first thing that happened in our adventure was we were it's in the middle of the night. We were actually sneaking
Yeah.
in a forest.
Yeah.
And I was in the front lines.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
I spotted I kind
Something.
of heard or spotted something.
Yeah.
And it's wargs basically.
Wargs?
Yeah,
Wargs.
wargs.
Big dog things.
Dog people?
Big
Wolf people?
wolf people that
Yeah, yeah,
were
yeah.
ridden by
Orc horses.
the orc
Yeah.
horses.
Okay. Orc
So,
horses.
so what happened was
confusing.
Carlo, which is the GM,
GM.
asked me what I want to do. So of
Yeah.
course, like as an ever responsible ranger, I want to know how many enemies are there in the area. So I roll for a check on like how many wargs
Can I
are
see?
there.
Yeah.
A perception check.
Yeah, perception
He
check.
fails
I failed the roll.
the very first
failed the roll.
roll.
So
Yeah.
like what? Like you
So
I
basically,
roll a 6 or a 4.
no, a 4.
Yeah.
And then
that's not too bad.
that's pretty bad for.
that's pretty bad for the
yeah,
system.
For
Yeah,
the
for the
system.
system,
right.
So the way the system works really quickly. For as a pure success is 10 upwards.
Yeah.
So you roll
Half.
2d6.
Okay.
Not a d20.
that's cool.
So 2d6. 10 upwards is a success. 7 to 9 is a mixed success. You get what you want, but there's
It
a
has
price for it.
consequences. Yeah.
Everything else is a fail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
what
he
hap-
rolled
Yeah.
less than a partial success, so he fails.
Yeah. So I
And
failed.
basically in fiction.
We have a cleric
Yeah.
Okay.
who
Oh, right.
when I stopped the party, the cleric wanted to know how many
Yeah, there it is.
people are there.
Yeah.
So he sneaked in inside, like behind me, and he whispered,
He's
like,
startled.
"What's happened?" And I was like, "Huh?" And then, and then I alerted the wargs,
Yeah,
and that's where
Straight into combat.
total chaos happened. Every one of us having failed rolls.
Oh no.
You're rolling
Amazing.
so bad. that
Dude,
way.
we were like the table is cursed or something when we were playing there.
Did
So
anyone die?
nope.
Nope.
Oh.
I missed an eye though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
First adventure, he missed an eye.
Yeah.
Cherry wanted to turn me. I was gonna rush
Yeah.
the orc.
Can you
Okay.
describe your character then?
Yeah. My character, I made a barbarian named Bone Jack, brother.
Bone Jack.
I'm gonna
Bone
jack
Jack
your
is
bones.
ready.
Yeah. I was just thinking bonesaw the whole time.
It's not bad.
I'm gonna jack your bones and drink your blood.
Oh, Jack.
I was
the
talking
Bones.
like Macho Man the whole
Okay.
time.
But you
He
say
was
brother
great.
instead.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm amalgam to both of them.
Yeah.
So yeah,
We did a
that.
fusion dance, brother.
So my barbarian just straight barrels through to the main orc guy.
Yep.
And then as I was rushing the orc guy, Cherry wants to set me invisible, right? She was trying to cast an invisibility
field.
spell on
Yeah.
Uh huh.
she fails the roll, so what she ends up doing is turn everyone invisible around me.
Oh,
So
no.
I can see them.
No.
So I'm blind. He's lost an eye. At some point.
Yeah, our party members
Wow.
also
It
having
was
a lot of
bad.
mishaps. Like the cleric that happened to
yeah.
startle me is battling a warg, and he also failed a dodge check or a roll
Yeah.
check. What happened was like the warg claws were clinging in her collarbone, and it ripped.
Jeez.
Oh no.
So
that shit
it's just shit happens. So in the
none of
very
you die?
first minute of the adventure,
Yeah.
nobody died. What happened was there's like what Raffy mentioned. There are two orcs. One has some sort of like a voodoo knife that basically the other orc was his sort of voodoo doll.
Yeah.
So he stabbed the knife into the orc's eye, which basically,
Which reflected on
yeah,
you, your character.
it reflected on me. So
Yeah.
my eye got stabbed.
Oh, okay.
And got out.
That's how he lost his
You
eye.
lost
That's
your
how I
idea
lost
of
mine.
voodoo.
Yeah, by a voodoo.
Cool.
And then it's just yeah.
It's fucking voodoo knife. It comes up
There's
midway through the adventure. Let's fast forward a little bit here.
yeah, right.
It comes up again. We defeat the orcs. We grab the voodoo knife, and then midway through the adventure, we encounter a group of banshees.
Okay.
So the banshees like erupt in front of us, like charging to the village that we were trying to protect or whatever.
Yeah.
They pass through us. One stays behind and tries to engage us, but it dawns on us, or the Carlo tells us, the GM tells us that we can't defeat an incorporeal being.
Yeah, I was just about to say. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
how are you guys fighting
Yeah.
banshees at this level?
So we get this bright idea.
No.
The voodoo knife.
Before that, you challenged him.
Yeah.
You challenged the fucking banshee.
I cut a promo on the banshee. Moving to the good bit though.
Okay.
This
It
isn't the
dawns
good
on us.
bit. This is the worst one.
it dawns on us that the voodoo knife. So
Yeah.
we take turns stabbing ourselves to
Yeah.
get to the banshee,
Oh,
but
no.
no one
Wait.
succeeds
No.
on their roll.
Yeah, no, it's first. It was our paladin Art who
Okay.
tried to stab Raffy,
Yeah.
so that it would like reflect on the banshee.
Yeah.
The roll failed, and so
Just
it
damaging
stabbed both of them.
So you
like,
guys are just
Stab both of
yeah, like Art got like unconscious.
Yeah.
And then you got, of course, you got
I got
fucking
stabbed.
bleeding. Yeah, you got
so
stabbed.
I got damaged.
So
it was
I-
my brilliant idea. I
Yeah.
know you.
And it was my brilliant
Yeah.
idea. It was my self-hoisting. I told Raffy, dude, try me. Stab me.
So
Let's
I-
see how it happens
me
now.
next.
Yeah, basically, do me
Basically.
next. Yeah.
So I hesitate. I don't want. I've seen the damage this can do, and he goes, "It's either me or my pet wolf." and I just like stare him down for a sec, then stab him properly in the chest,
I would
And
never
then-
stab Wolfie.
and
you
then the
missed the
roll
roll.
failed again.
and it failed again.
Oh
Now
my God.
I'm paralyzed and stabbed, and he's stabbed, and the banshee was like laughing the
fuck's
whole
going
time.
on?
So then,
Yeah.
a party of banshees, everyone leaves except for one.
Except for one.
You guys tried.
Yeah.
and I'm just imagining the situation because there's a single banshee.
Yeah.
You guys are a party of how many?
5.
Five.
No, 6. I think 6.
One. So there was me,
Six.
Samson, Kevin, Cherry, Art, and
Sunny.
Sunny.
So
Yeah.
there's 6 adventurers in front of this banshee,
Yeah.
and the first thing you guys do is start stabbing one another.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was the
it's-
only way, Emile.
No, it isn't. We could have flown.
But we can't leave
I mean,
the villagers to die
we
to
could
the
have
banshees.
fleed-
We
no.
were supposed to be the heroes.
We were. We should have run
We're
or
supposed to-
ran. We should have escaped this battle.
No.
And just run through
Protect
the village.
villagers.
No,
We are
see,
the
So this is
heroes.
what.
No, see. If the line of thought was protect the villagers,
Yeah, you just should go straight to the village.
Yeah, you go to the village, not mess with this one left behind.
So you could imagine how frustrated Carlo was during this game, and
I can imagine.
he just gave us a really good solid. No, all right, let's just move on. Let's have the banshee just laugh her ass off.
Laughs her ass off
And
at
just,
you guys.
we could just escape this nightmare of a scenario.
Amazing.
Yeah, so after that, we found out that there's this thing in the
Yeah.
lighthouse, and suddenly this town that we're trying to save has been, overrun by
Banshees.
banshees,
and
orcs,
undead
and
all that
undead,
shit.
all that shit. Really, really Two Towers like
Yes.
scenario.
Okay, awesome.
Like, it was also something unexpected that we decided to split up.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, there was a choice between helping the front lines, where the village was getting attacked, or going to the lighthouse, which was the source of a mystical energy that was sort of drawing
Yeah, the
armies
monsters.
Okay.
to it.
okay.
So we all just split in half because
No.
I thought that
Hey.
my character would be in the front lines instead of chasing some stupid lights.
He has this
Bone
morality
jack.
check.
Yeah.
And so seeing that everyone's agreeing to go to the lighthouse instead, I went, nah, dude. I need this boy checked. so
so
I decided to go with him.
Oh,
and then Kevin follows suit that I'm gonna go
Military.
protect these fuckers.
What is this episode of Scooby-Doo where fuckers just
Seriously.
split up like
We all split up.
Right
it was
after stabbing each other.
it was supposed to be a bad decision, but
Yeah.
we kind of survived. We managed to survive. So what happened in the lighthouse is that they found the source of the evil, and it's funny because so there's a battle in the lighthouse. Cherry, who is a wizard, decided to charm two
There are a bunch
two
of cultists,
priests. There's a bunch of cultists in the lighthouse, led by one princess.
Okay.
So at the end of the thing, there's like two cultists.
Yeah.
So Cherry decided to charm one.
And make him fight the other.
Make him fight the other.
Okay, that's a smart
And then
idea.
after that, Art the paladin and Sunny the cleric decided to gang up on the princess and try to subdue her, since she's really
the
a
princess
powerful
was bad,
cleric.
you know?
Okay.
She's bad.
Bad princess.
So while all of this is happening, like all of this, imagine all of this wizardry and arcane magic and magic missiles slinging on. You see two dudes just fighting in the background,
Just like
wrestling.
slap fighting?
No, wrestling,
Okay.
tumbling, just hugging, and
Scuffling.
a lot of hugging.
Yeah.
A lot of hugging.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So like that was what we established was the lore. Was even though story beats were happening and explanations were being given and shit was popping off everywhere.
This whole time, those two
Those two
cultists are
dudes
just
are
still
rolling
stuck.
around.
Continue to roll around and
I hate
wrestle.
you.
Yeah, I hate
They
you.
were Obi-Waning and Anakin.
Yeah. So
Until the very end.
yeah, dude. So anyway, back to the back to the village. I we were planning to defend it in a group or a section, and it all depends on the dice rolls. I managed to successfully do my thing while Kevin and Raffy they failed, and then we kind of still saved the village, but managed to fail to kill
We saved the
this
village.
shaman. Yeah, there's the shaman who got away, went to the lighthouse, and then that's where the time where the group comes together again. And from there, the shaman dies. I shot him with my bow and arrow. The two dudes are still scuffling, and then a portal opened. A portal opened.
Is that what it is?
Is it?
Or no.
Wait, what happened?
No. Okay, so so the shaman had a staff that was collecting the different souls from different places in junk, and we rechanneled it into the bone dragon.
Yeah, there's a
There was
really
a bone
giant
dragon.
bone
There was a bone
dragon
dragon.
There was
in
a
the
bone
island.
dragon.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
You guys failed to mention there was a bone dragon.
there was.
We really have no idea
Yeah.
that there is a bone dragon.
How did Bone
in
Jack feel about the bone dragon?
Oh, you fucking
Challenge, baby.
fear boner right there.
Yeah. So the bone dragon awakens, and all the while, because the way the bone dragon was set up, it was it formed the outer infrastructure of the village that we were in.
Yeah.
So it was like a dead dragon.
Yeah,
before,
yeah.
the village was constructed on top of it.
Cool.
So when the bone dragon awakened, it rose up, then pieces of the village crumbled in the town and whatever.
Yeah.
Man,
This
you know
was
what?
inject-
Fuck this village.
So-
They were asking for it building on top
Yeah.
of a bone
Yeah.
dragon.
Well, they were mining for resources, but
They were mining the bone marrow for resources. But
Did
yeah.
they know it was a bone dragon?
yeah, they know.
Okay, then that's on them.
Yeah,
that's
that's
on
on
them.
them.
The important bit is during the bone dragon resurrection thing,
Yeah.
when all the shit was happening, there's still two dudes.
Yeah, there's still two dudes scuffling in the background.
Scuffling.
And Carlo, who was describing the scenario with us,
Yeah.
is asking us, "So what's your solution?" And we were really kind of frustrated on how
Yeah.
we're gonna turn this thing into a victory.
Yeah.
Until I suggested, the Is It guy
Yeah.
suggested this stupid plan of using these two scuffling dudes. Cherry charms one of them.
Yeah.
And
Again?
yeah.
Okay.
and have.
The charmed one. No,
Yeah.
we,
Oh,
we
wait.
used the already charmed one.
Oh yeah, we used the charmed one.
We named Wayne.
Yeah, we named him Wayne. Bring the staff to the dragon and kind of like what's good?
No,
like
we
stab it or something.
We used the staff to siphon off the dragon soul and put it into
Wayne?
Dwayne.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
crap. Cool.
which was yeah.
Yeah.
So and like
That way, Wayne's much more manageable to fight
yeah,
and kill.
we just stab him.
Yeah, just stab him. Yeah,
like a
that's-
bunch
that's
of
the plan.
assholes
Yeah.
make these people fight, and we've established this lore that Wayne and the other guy were like best friends before.
Chester. Wayne and Chester.
Wayne
Yeah.
and Chester, and they were best friends before. They were buds at the academy or whatever.
Yeah, and
The
then,
Cultist Academy.
At the cultist academy.
Oh.
and then it almost failed, but luckily Art managed to like pull some sort of a spell that says, "I am the law, and you will do this."
Cool.
So he kind of
But
still charmed Wayne or something.
Wayne didn't almost not do didn't do what we wanted him. So our paladin just goes.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
because our win con is we want Wayne to fail.
Yeah.
That way, Wayne will be possessed by the dragon. Because if
okay.
he didn't fail, that means that he has to will.
He has the power of the dragon in his
No,
staff. or
he has to
something.
will the staff to eradicate the souls, something like that.
Something.
And if it's
Then
an
there's,
actual win,
So basically, your game plan was to get a charmed cultist to fuck up with a magical artifact.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
why it's such a very
Yeah,
stupid
yeah,
plan.
yeah, yeah.
And when he fucks up, we arrow him in the head.
Yeah, I arrowed him in the head, just like
Nice.
that.
So that's how it ended. Like,
Yeah.
Cool.
As soon as Wayne gets all the souls of 1 billion people and the dragon souls inside him, he arrows him in the head.
Yeah, that's it. The end.
And then we make up an after credit scene wherein Wayne gets back out
Yeah.
and becomes the villain in the next story.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Wayne will return in Avengers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's basically what it is.
Dude,
Wayne
that
will
sounds
return in
real
Yeah, it
Avengers
was
5.
fun. It was really fun.
You know, it sounds a lot like how, like I've told you guys about this before, but back in the day, like we made this game called Zag.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It sounds a
Yeah,
lot like when we play games of Zag.
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. I should totally like
Yeah.
resurrect that game and like
Yeah,
make
dude.
you guys
We've
play.
been waiting
We'd
for
love
you
to
do
play it.
that.
I
Dude,
know,
we'd
right?
super love to
Dude,
play it.
we would I would love to play Zag with you guys. I should like dust off the old rule book and like have you guys run through a zombie apocalypse scenario.
Oh no.
You're bearing the lead a little bit here, but you wrote this game.
Yeah,
Look
that's
at that
true.
boy.
Yeah, I wrote
Look
a
at that
book,
boy.
everyone. I wrote a book and never released it.
Aw.
I
Put it out there, dog.
No, I gave it away for free. But,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Like there are a few copies floating out there, and like like that's what I love about the game you guys played with Carlo, because like it sounded to me like narrative focused. It's all about the fun. There are numbers that only serve to drive the story, because that's the stuff I love about D&D. Like the numbers driving the story in a way that, since you like, if you fuck up rolls, it's both hilarious and at the same time like it drives the story in a certain way. That's actually what like I wanted to do with Zag.
Okay.
So like I totally get where you guys are coming from, that it was like a blast.
Yeah, and
It's
this
super
is
fast.
this is like my first time actually
Yes.
playing a role or a
tabletop
tabletop
role-playing game?
game.
Cool.
And yeah, it's I mean
How'd you like it?
circumstance wise on what happened to my character and in our adventure, it kind of sucks. But no, this is really fun. Like I love the humor that we got.
Hilarious fun.
It was really hilarious, and I really am looking forward to the second movie
No, I can't
or the
wait.
second game.
I cannot wait to hear the adventures, and if possible, I would love to join.
Yeah,
go
yeah,
for
do
it.
it. Yeah,
You
super
guys
fun.
would love it. Like all the time that we were
Yeah,
playing, we
and-
were wishing that you guys were in
yeah,
there.
Man,
Because what characters would you have made?
dude.
Oh,
Like-
no.
Like what kind of shenanigans?
Usually,
would you
I
have
make like a really charismatic rogue type character that has no combat abilities.
interesting.
You just steal everything.
Yeah, I just steal everything.
And
yeah,
talk
yeah,
your
yeah.
So you
way
just-
out.
and talk my way
So
out.
you just
Sick.
little finger your way out of every
Yeah,
situation.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Yo.
I remember my very last D&D. No, my last D&D session. I played a rogue who what do you call it? Who came from a long lineage of rogues from a rogue village, and he's on a quest in order to prove to his family that he's a good rogue. but he forgets his quest papers at home, and he can't come back because everyone there is a good rogue.
So they all disappear.
Yeah, no, so
He'll get caught.
yeah, he'll get caught.
Don't get caught.
Don't get caught.
Keep it going.
So my whole thing is like I'm just a disgraced rogue,
Oh.
and my only
go
skill is like rope. Like
Rope?
yeah.
Wow,
dude,
what a
like,
useless.
Like the only thing in my character sheet was like skills with rope and sailing.
The big two.
The big two.
You need rope for sailing.
Dude, it's real bad.
You're
Oh,
not
man.
wrong. There's an overlap in there.
Dude, like I love dumb characters in D&D because like it's super fun to play around with.
Yeah. So really good experience. Like,
Yeah.
I really look forward to another tabletop game.
Yeah.
So I think that's basically my week. I think Raffy has something to add on his week. Do you have something to add?
Well,
this week?
speaking of classes, dude, fucking Castlevania, man.
Dude,
good.
Oh, you
So
finally got on it.
freaking
You
good.
got on it. How is
And,
it?
like,
Oh.
I love everything about it.
Okay, coming from a non-Castlevania background,
Super hooked. Like, I
Yeah.
got super hooked.
right?
Like, yeah. Like, it doesn't matter if you watched it or not. Like, I don't know. I mean,
If you play the
if
game,
you played it or not.
sorry.
I guess
if
it
you-
matters if you watched it or not.
I mean, he did watch the
it's-
first season.
God, it's been a long
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if you played the games or not. If everything you need is in the series, and like I enjoyed my time with it. Like I couldn't get enough of it. As soon as I started it, I finished it to completion. Like,
Dude, it's
I
real
could
good.
not get enough.
How's Thor and Oakenshield over there?
What's up? What's
stop
up?
punching my testicles.
Travel Belmore.
Trevor Belmore.
Dude, the big one is Sypha.
Dude,
I-
Cypher's
I
really
thought-
Cypher's
strong.
the best one.
I thought she was like some jobber sorceress.
No, he's
Whatever.
really
No, but
bad.
she gets turned into stone at the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so you
she
think
does.
that she's kind of like, she just
Yeah,
gets
she's
rescued
really
and stuff.
strong.
Dude, fucking,
She's basically the Avatar.
she's fucking magical sombra over here with her accent and everything.
Right.
Oh,
Right?
right. I like that.
It's great. It's
I love
great.
the one where she like, she turns the water thing into ice.
Makes
then,
a whole wall around
Makes
it.
a whole wall.
No, then the vampire runs on it.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
and
and then
slices
turns
him
to a-
up.
Yeah, dude,
yeah.
it's so
in,
good.
in the big
So
hallway fight scene.
Yeah.
The
And
one
the-
where
The
bloody
music
tears-
kicks in.
Yeah.
I love everything about it. Like I could watch episode 7 like on a loop every day,
It's
all
pretty
day.
great. It's
so
pretty
good.
great.
And I love how when Trevor got the Morning Star,
Yeah.
I love the way that thing moved.
Dude,
Like,
totally.
It was,
You have no idea how long it is.
yeah.
It changes
basically.
in length every time.
Dude, like, and I love all like the love put into it.
Yeah.
Like there's so many reference, there's so many call outs.
I
And it's
assumed.
just like, I'm so happy with it.
I assumed I was missing a lot, especially with the long shots of the Belmont house.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
all
yeah.
in there.
The
It's
potions
all in
and
there.
bunch of jazz.
All in there.
Like the most egregious callback is just when they fight the first boss of the PS1 game.
yeah.
Ooh,
they
which
do.
is this one?
Slogra and
Slogger and Gaibon.
Yeah,
Dude,
Which one was
when they're
those?
traveling to the Belmont house in the forest,
Yeah.
on the field at night.
Yeah.
Remember there was a spear.
There was a giant bat person and a green thing with a spear. So like when they're fighting, it doesn't really kick in.
Yeah.
But the moment the bat dude picks up the green guy, and
Every-
they go into the formation of the boss fight,
Every Castlevania fan just simultaneously creams themselves.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's a
oh my
dumb
God,
little
they're
thing,
doing
and
it.
like this
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
biggest
I
sellout.
got nothing.
Dude.
It lasts for a few seconds,
No,
but like
yeah.
as I was watching it, like yo, these might be like it's totally these two assholes.
Speaking of Castlevania, though, we have our second fan mail from
Oh.
Mr. Kenneth.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Because we mentioned Castlevania
Yes.
in one of our previous episodes.
Yeah.
Mr. Kenneth writes, he calls me out here.
Yeah.
As he does.
He calls me out here. In quotation marks, said by Emile, I don't think any other video game adaptation has had this much love put into it.
That's not true.
Unquote. Mr. Kenneth says, Psst, Street Fighter Assassin's Fist, huy, yun lang, love you.
I mean,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
there are others. There are other old like properties that were given really love and attention to the video game adaptation, like Mortal Kombat. Actually,
I mean,
That is not. It's like given the track record of the director's name,
uh,
Paul Wes Anderson.
yeah.
Given
that
how
guy.
he doesn't really follow the source material too much.
Yeah, but no.
Mortal
I'm
Kombat
saying
stayed pretty true. For
Yeah,
the most
Mortal
part.
Kombat is great, but I think it was at the time where we didn't know how to make.
I'd
Yeah.
say
Like
it's
video
like
game
one of the
adaptations.
ones that kind of holds up.
Yeah, it kinda
is,
holds
is.
The
up.
first movie, the second one can just
Yeah,
go die in a
first movie is the
fire.
important
It's
one.
campy. It's what's
No,
it's
I love
going
it
for.
though because
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat's dumb.
Dude,
Yeah.
I mean, they do the fucking Johnny Cage ball punch and
Yeah,
everything.
and the
Yeah.
fatalities and the pit
Those
fatalities.
were
Yeah, yeah,
$500 sunglasses.
I mean, they
ass.
could say it has
remember,
a lot of love.
I remember when I was younger, I recorded that on VHS. So I
Yeah.
could watch it over and over and over.
the reptile fight.
Dude.
That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
Mhm. Super sick.
Also,
So,
another one, Silent Hill, I guess.
First one was
You know
really
what,
the
good.
first one is really good.
you know what? I love that adaptation except for the end.
Yeah, I mean, Sean Bean makes it alive. He was supposed to die in
that
every
okay?
movie.
Is that a point against
And
him?
I mean, the second movie isn't bad. It's just that it's not as interesting as the
I
first.
never
Yeah.
watched the first movie. I never watched the second movie. The only thing that ruined it for me in the first movie is how they exposition dump you at the end,
Yeah.
where they try to explain all the lore of Silent Hill.
Because they don't really
Yeah.
do anything at the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but,
So-
but I think that's what made it nice. But yeah, anyways.
Yeah.
Mhm. Castlevania, am I right?
Mm.
So good. Like,
Do you want to
and-
play the games now?
Yes, I really do want to play the games.
We got some recommends.
Yeah,
Yes,
how about you
please.
play Symphony of the Night, man?
Are they? What are the main differences between the
Oh,
series
you-
and the games?
Depends, because there's a point where the games get good.
Okay.
Before that, they're old.
Yes.
Yeah.
The oldest I'm willing to go is Dracula X.
The game is hard though.
It is
Yeah.
really
But
hard.
Castlevania 4 is probably the easiest of the old ones to go
I
back
guess. Just don't do Simon's Quest. Fuck that.
With the series, which game is that set in? Is there
Three.
one specific
Three.
one?
to. Castlevania 3.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
takes place at like, not the earliest point, but it's one of the early Castlevania points in the timeline.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you do eventually, or you have played as Simon at
Yeah,
some point?
Simon takes
Yeah.
place like, he's like the grandson of
Okay.
Trevor,
Mhm.
something like that.
But like in Castlevania 3, you play as Trevor, and one by one you slowly
Start.
recruit
Yeah.
your party members, which are Sypha,
Yeah.
Alucard,
Yeah.
and Grant the Nasty.
Is this the one?
very nasty.
Is this the jobber that they skipped?
Yeah,
No,
this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
it's basically the
somewhat,
jobber.
yeah.
that-
And he's also the only optional of the characters.
Yeah,
was he?
so it's,
he
he's
was
a
he
thief.
was a thief type character who could scale walls and shit like that.
thief.
Was he
scale the
useless?
ceiling.
A menace.
Yeah, he could scale the ceiling. Yeah, yeah,
Was he
yeah.
useless?
Spider-Man.
Why-
He's
why was he
useless
cut?
the moment you get Alucard, because
Yes.
Alucard can fly.
Alucard
Okay.
can just do all sorts of
He
shit.
can become a bat and just
Okay.
fly.
Alucard, go over the top.
Okay. Fuck
So
you.
good.
Fuck you, Trevor.
I love their relationship too.
Alucard,
That they're
you
always like at
cockwall.
each other's throats.
Yeah.
But you can
So
you can
many
see that
bird
they
flippings.
like
Yeah.
love
They
each
respect
other.
each other.
They really expect.
I really like Sypha though. Sypha's the coolest.
I did not expect that character to be that. Like I was thinking she's gonna be the token mage
Yeah.
that does
Oh,
a few
no.
stuff.
Yeah.
No,
She's
but
very
she's-
competent.
She's
Yes.
super competent. It's like she knows so many language, and see, God hates her.
Yeah, and she
Yeah, she
pulled
made
the,
the god joke. The
she
fucking
pulled
entire
the castle.
Yeah, the castle,
Jesus
man.
Christ.
Hype as shit.
Even Dracula's like, what the fuck?
What the
Yeah.
fuck is going on, dude? Why is my save sphere vibrating? Dude, like,
And yeah.
yeah, no,
Sorry,
go.
and with that one move, like it destroyed all of Camilla's
destroyed the-
plans.
Yeah, dude.
With that one move.
Basically, Camilla's just like, what the
Her
fuck?
Game
Yeah.
of Thrones was ruined.
She actually says, what the fuck, right?
Yeah.
And I do finally understand what you were saying, that she's Cersei. She's totally vampire Cersei.
The
That's what
moment she
is.
came in, she was
Yeah,
Game of Thrones.
she was Cerseiing all over the place.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you embarrass me in
Yeah.
front of my court?
And
It's
he's
like,
like-
I was merely helping you.
And like, oh, none of the other
Really?
vampires can talk, it's fine.
Yeah.
Is she that way in the games?
Oh,
it's
she's usually
a
super loyal.
sub-boss. Yeah,
Oh.
like she's a super loyal sub-boss.
Huh,
She's usually
interesting.
represented as a giant mask that floats around.
Sometimes.
Oh, what?
Sometimes,
No,
yeah.
she has a physical form in some games.
Yeah, yeah, she does.
But she's always like Dracula's like #1 fan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But like, I'm super used to her being represented as a giant floating mask going all over the place.
In a boss fight, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah.
there is no subterfuge, no
Centrifuge.
Carmilla. No, there's no
Actual Carmilla?
Carmilla undermining.
No,
Dracula.
No, no,
'Cause
not at
that
all.
was-
This is new.
She didn't have a character.
Oh,
before.
okay.
Mm-mm.
But that's one of the really cool parts.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Well,
surprised at how they reworked her.
Yeah.
And drawing the castle or focusing the battle to the lake. The lake
Yeah.
town.
Dude, blessing the whole fucking
Yeah.
river
Oh, yeah.
was like a move,
So
man.
And they
Sick.
established that in season 1, where even if you're a dishonest priest, the act of blessing is still
It-
real.
It's still a
Yeah,
super
yeah.
cool, like actual thing you can do.
Because the
It's
one
just
of the
magic.
someone does say that
Yeah, one of the priests, he asked her to make water, right? Yeah.
After all, something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trevor asks the priest to make holy water and it works.
Yeah.
Well, you could do it after all.
But yeah,
And
it's-
even as a zombie, he was able to bless the lake.
The fucking Trevor voice. Oh, man.
I also like that they devoted one whole episode as an epilogue
yeah.
at
Yeah.
the very end. I
Exactly.
appreciated that. Like even if the fight's done and everything is all kind of dealt with,
Oh.
there's still one more episode to set things up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Hector?
Hector.
Hector. And Isaac.
Yeah, Hector and Isaac.
Oh, dude!
How do you feel about
super
those
great
two?
characters.
Yeah.
Yo, like Isaac, I like
Isaac is
more.
amazing.
I
Yeah.
like more. Like destroys
Isaac-
Godbrand.
Isaac in the
Yeah.
game, Isaac in the
good.
What a
game's not
badass.
that badass compared
Yeah.
to this
Oh,
Isaac.
dude, yeah, look up the original Isaac. He's a
Yeah.
wuss.
Dude,
Yeah.
He's such a
Hector and Isaac used to look like Death Note characters.
No,
Yeah.
Hector looks
Hector.
similar.
Yeah.
You have my
yeah.
attention.
Isaac used to be white.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Isaac used to
With
be white.
long emo hair.
okay. So
And
they
he
were
was
both
really
like
sad.
they were both
Yeah.
No,
similar
Hector
looking.
looks similar. Like he has the hair, he has the blue outfit.
Yeah.
It's Isaac who
Isaac
got
who got
reworked
super changed.
Yeah, Isaac was supposed to be white.
for
You
the
said?
better. No,
Yeah.
he used to be white.
Yeah.
He used to be white.
And then changed him to like some like
So back then they both looked the same.
no. They were no.
They were just Caucasian.
Okay,
both of
okay.
them.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
But Isaac got super reworked for the better.
Is that a big thing for him too, like the self-flagellation and junk?
No, I don't think that was it
No, it
Something.
wasn't a big part of his character, but he was always dressed up in what you would call fetish gear.
All right.
So I guess that's where they got that from.
Yeah.
But his
Right?
backstory, I think, got reworked.
Yeah,
a
yeah.
bunch,
Because
too.
like that was a lot of belts on Isaac before, right?
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
belts.
It was really cool. Like, now it's dawning on me the amount of work they put into fleshing out the characters.
Dude, super. And like, just the concept of a demon forge master
Yeah.
is the coolest
And
thing.
they're
Yeah,
both
yeah.
really cool.
Using the
and
hammer,
they make the monsters basically,
yeah.
not
Yeah.
the whole army.
dude, it's so good.
Man, I want to watch it again.
Dude, yeah,
It's
Castlevania.
just really good.
So would you recommend?
Oh hell yeah! Like
Yeah.
if you haven't ever watched it, if you're only mildly interested in vampires and junk like that, just watch it.
If
It's
you've
great.
never been a Castlevania mark, this might be your starting point.
Yeah.
And like it's so different from the games now because of just how season 2 ends. Because before the castle was like, oh, it's its own living creature.
Yeah,
So that kind
I
of
love
thing.
that.
Dude,
Going
It's,
to the
it's
point.
their explanation
Trevor
of how
voice.
it changes every game.
Yes.
Because it has like a will of its own, aside from like it has all the rooms.
Yeah.
But the positioning changes and all that.
Yeah.
But this one, it's not alive. Plus now it can't teleport because it got destroyed.
Yeah.
What do you call it? I recently learned a fun fact about Castlevania.
Did you know?
Yeah. I think it was from one of those Did You Know gaming videos. But like apparently, Mr. Koji Igarashi has one regret about Castlevania.
Right.
That in Symphony of the Night, or like one of the earlier Castlevanias,
Yeah.
he accidentally let it slip through in the writing that Castlevania appears every 100 years.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
why they
yeah.
keep making games.
Yeah, no, but like because of that, they got severely limited in
Oh, the timeline department.
yes, in the
Yeah.
timeline department. And he's like, "Oh, I wish I
They had to
I-
decanonize one of the Game Boy games.
Yeah,
because of
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Which
No.
featured a Lady Belmont too.
Mhm.
Oh,
then
no.
cool. Hey, Julius is up there though.
Is this Symphony?
Dude, if there's anything I want to see an anime of,
I
it's
want-
fucking Julius.
I want to see Julius and Soma.
Yeah.
right?
No, I want to see Julius, the man who was able to kill Dracula permanently.
Yeah.
And
Dude,
recorded the strongest Belmont in history.
Julius Belmont is badass as an old man though. I like his old man
He
look.
fights.
Where was this?
In,
Which game is this?
Yeah, if I'm gonna
GBA.
recommend a game, play Aria of Sorrow on the Game Boy Advance.
I
Yeah.
played one GBA Castlevania. I'm not sure if it's Aria or
If it's the
Symphony.
guy with the white hair and the white coat,
Yes, that
play
one.
that.
That's
play
Aria of
that.
Sorrow.
Play that.
I did play that.
Finish it.
I did finish it.
Cool.
I did I don't know, maybe
Did you do the
I-
bad end?
Oh, dude,
I played
there's
it.
at
I
least
did play
three
it for the
endings.
story.
Yeah.
Like I did, the story did stick with me for some reason. Like it was many years ago.
No, because if you did the true end, the story would have stuck with you because that twist got me hard.
dude, and
Yeah.
then Julius
Hey now.
mode kicks in.
Yeah, dude. Amazing.
No, there's a trend where you get to play as a secondary character. If
Okay.
you beat the game once, make a new save file, and then name
You
your
replace the
profile
name,
on
yeah.
that based on that character.
It's probably not the game I played then.
No, they all have that. Since
Yeah.
Symphony of the Night, that becomes a secondary mode.
Yeah, you could play as Richter in
in Symphony, yeah.
You can play as an Axe Lord armor, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's a joke.
Yeah,
but like
it's
you
a
can
joke.
Richter mode is like
Yeah, Richter
the
mode is
main.
legitimate.
Oh,
So parang they started doing that in most games after, especially the ones by Koji.
yeah.
So in Aria, if you beat it once, you get access to Julius mode. And the
Julius
premise
I
of,
don't understand.
of Aria Sorrow is Dracula is dead, but
for some
he
reason-
can get revived.
Yeah.
And then parang he was reborn as a human, which is your protagonist, Somo Cruz.
Uh-huh.
So parang there's a
remember
cult
Somo
that's
Cruz.
trying to revive Dracula by either putting it into a new guy, but when they find out that you're Dracula, they're trying to revive it in you.
Yeah. And
So
like the
they're-
whole time you don't know.
Yeah, you're just trying to beat the game, right? So syempre in your main
Yeah, yeah.
playthrough, oh, I beat the evil.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
Dracula's dead permanently again. I lose my powers, ganyan, right? But if you play Julius mode, what ends up happening is Soma succumbs to the evil power, and he becomes the final boss.
Yeah,
Oh.
he becomes the Dracula.
Okay.
So you use Julius to try to kill Soma Cruz.
But yeah,
Okay, I'll try to find it.
if you were to recommend Raffy as a, like to start out, would you recommend Symphony of the Night?
Aria, dude.
Aria?
Symphony is great. But fucking that game is messed up. It's
Yeah.
it's baby's first experiment type of game.
That's true, but I really fucking love. Like that might be rose
Yeah,
tinted
but like
glasses, but I love that.
How many times did you play Symphony of the Night before you understood everything?
Probably like
Because the first time you play it, like you miss 50% of the
that's
game.
true.
You most likely get the bad ending first.
I had to play it like probably 6 times before
Right,
I got
yeah,
it
exactly.
for real.
Like as a proper game, it's
Aria,
a bit too
yeah.
disjointed.
That's true.
Aria is like better written, it's better paced.
I see.
Some of the powers you get are really cool too.
Man, I could never finish Lament of Innocence.
Oh,
Because
the one where you're Juste Belmont,
I think it
the
was
Alucard looking Belmont.
No, the very first Belmont. What's his
Oh,
name?
it's Leon.
oh
Leon.
Leon.
Yeah.
It was
That's
in
the
the
one.
anime.
Yeah, the painting.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
painting.
I
Yeah,
saw
that's
that.
it.
French
Yeah.
one, the guy who made the whip.
Oh, this is me, Leon.
Leon, he wasn't that cool. He was just a pretty boy.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Okay.
I was thinking of
He was friends with Dracula.
I was thinking of Harmony of Dissonance for some reason.
Oh yeah. Anyways, Castlevania.
Yeah.
It's super
Yeah.
great, guys.
Yeah. I really like Dracula. Like,
Oh, dude,
so
yeah.
great. So
They,
great. Like,
they personified him really well.
and he's super strong. Like,
Yes.
like he showed that he doesn't even make an effort.
Dude, he's a science boy.
Yeah.
He's a science
He's a
geek.
man.
One
He's
point,
nice.
because he has that Dragon Ball fight with Alucard, right?
Yeah.
And then Trevor starts to punch him, and he
He's
just
like,
doesn't
nothing's
care.
happening.
And
Yeah,
he
yeah,
talks
yeah, yeah.
as his face is getting punched.
Yeah, that's so funny.
It's so funny.
It's real
Full on
good.
haymakers.
What I
to
don't
his
like
face.
though is the anime plot armor where when Dracula fights unnamed jobber people, here comes the claws and the one-hit slices, and then when it comes to Trevor Belmont, he uses a fist.
Oh yeah.
Look at this non-lethal attack I'm gonna do to the protagonist.
Exactly.
But he might
he's-
punch a hole through his heart.
But it doesn't happen.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah, it
happen.
really
But
doesn't
yeah,
happen.
He's probably like fed up with death.
No,
I
I'd
guess
say that's
he's
just
tired
the-
of death.
That's the limits
That's what
of
he's.
You know,
writing.
that's one of the things I was surprised about. Death did not make an appearance.
Yeah.
there's a death.
How
Yep.
do you do
There is
that?
a character
Yeah, I
named
know.
Death.
No, because one of the long-running traditions
His number
of
2 is
Castlevania-
always death.
Yeah, his right-hand man is always Death.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Actual death?
Like with a
Actual
scythe.
death.
Like scythe,
Death is a-
scythe
yep.
skeleton.
Yep.
kind of
Death is a
death?
Yeah.
bitch compared
He is
to Death.
always a boss
As
in
in, Dracula is
Castlevania
friends
games.
with Death.
Interesting.
He's the boss of death.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. He's the boss of Death.
Yeah.
It's Death who keeps trying to revive him.
He's like, oh, my master.
I'll
Yeah.
save you,
Then he'll
sir.
throw a bunch of farming tools at you.
Yeah, it's true.
And I love the way how Dracula's cape moved.
Oh yeah.
Like all the time, he was Batmaning it. Like when he'd move really fast, and then the cape like sort of catches up.
yeah, and it
Yeah.
stretches.
So
like,
great.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Like every time it gets me. Like
And I love how they did, like, the big black and red fireball that
Yeah.
he does.
I kind of didn't like how it was a big rock,
Yeah,
and not just fire energy.
No, like, the only thing I wanted 3 of them.
No, he did the powerful unblockable.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
did the
but
big
like,
one.
aren't there 3 of those that come out?
No, there's the 3 small ones and the 2 big
the
ones.
2 big ones, right? Right.
yeah.
And then they fucking anime pushed it back.
Yeah, they did. They did anime push it back. It's crazy.
With the power of French.
Yeah. So yeah, that was Castlevania. I also watched one more thing. I'm not gonna get into it, but I want to give you a little tidbit of it. So I finished up Defenders. I'm not gonna talk about it.
Okay.
It's fine.
Alright. Nice.
Then promptly started Luke Cage, and let's not talk about it either.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give you some. All I want to say
You got
is
some quotes. Raffy got some
all I want
quotes.
to say is
Yo, Luke, park this turkey.
Yeah. What? Luke Cage is the best avenue for some like righteous, ridiculous shit. Like lines.
Yeah, he has some
So,
lines.
He's super righteous.
For the approval of the Good Trade Society.
Okay.
Here are some Netflix lines.
Okay. Let's go for it.
All right. So you know how there's this informant in Luke Cage named Sugar.
Yes. The
So-
guy who keeps getting beat up and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. So Sugar calls up Luke Cage,
Mm-hmm.
and Luke Cage goes, "Hey Sugar, make it sweet, or I'll be bitter."
Oh, that's strong. I forgot about that.
Righteous, ridiculous
Oh,
shit.
shit.
There's that. There's in Luke Cage does 2. He films like a video, like a challenge video to
Yeah.
all the
Oh, God,
all
that's
the villains of
cringeworthy.
Harlem, and he goes, "I am Harlem, and Harlem is me."
Oh, man.
And one last, this is my favorite out of all of it. Harlem is my yard now, and possession is 9/10 of the law.
Oh,
And without further ado, that is my week.
Nicely done.
no. Oh, good stuff, man.
What about you, Emile? How's your week?
What about me? My week's been weird, man. My week's been mostly, I'm sure anyone who's Facebook friends with me knows what my week's been about.
Memes.
Yeah.
Midnight jams.
Everything is memes and midnight.
too.
Some late midnight jams.
Oh, yeah,
I think.
The
Let him tell it,
resurgence
let him
of the
tell it.
Overwatch song.
Explain the resurgence
Whoa!
of the
What
Overwatch song.
Overwatch song?
Okay.
What?
Maybe I'll be Tracer.
I'm already Tracer.
What about Widowmaker?
I'm already Widowmaker.
No, guys?
Yeah.
Nerf Bastion.
You're right, so Winston.
I'm already
What is going
Winston.
on?
I have no idea.
No,
Dude,
no,
I'm sorry.
You guys are unaware?
Maybe
Nope.
I'll be Genji.
Is this the
I'm already Genji.
Then I'll be McCree.
It's because we unfollowed you. That's why we don't know.
My man.
No, but yeah,
That song was like 2
What
years
is
old.
this
already?
shit?
Yeah,
Really? 2 years
I've
old
never heard of
already?
it.
It's a Flash animation.
Yeah, that song.
by MASH.
Okay.
Who's mashed?
Mashed is that thing that releases like regular cartoons of like pop culture stuff, usually
Yeah,
gaming
yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
And they released that song like probably like 2 years ago, and it's
Almost
like
2 years
yeah,
ago, at the
yeah,
very
it's like
least.
it just goes like maybe I'll be Tracer.
It's a new guy who's blaming others for not picking healers.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Okay, I kind of remember that. Like, it's
I was sharing this back then.
Yeah, but there's like a sudden resurgence of it because of this new application that the younguns are using called TikTok.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
okay.
right.
All right. Yeah, I've heard of that one.
You-
So,
have you
know.
fellows heard of the TikTok?
I've heard.
what is TikTok for our what is TikTok for our viewers?
Have we been through this?
Eared.
Eagle-eared listeners. out there.
Rabbit-eared listeners.
Yes, we've been through this. Rabbit-eared listeners.
Yeah.
TikTok is a new application where mainly it's meant for you to lip sync over stuff.
Oh, kind of like Dub Smash.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the big thing about it is
Yeah.
you can reply to a video, and when you reply to a video, your video shows up beside the original video in a new
Ah.
video.
So it's a bunch of dub smashes put together.
Yeah, but then people can reply to that. So
Make
it
a
becomes a
chain.
video in a video in a video in a video
Oh,
in a
so
video.
that's where I like
Okay.
because I was seeing videos like a zoomed blur, like a blurred zoom transition of going
Yeah.
left and right. So that's TikTok.
Yeah, that's probably TikTok. And like the crazy part about it is it was meant to be like a dubbing like reply kind of thing, but people are just using it for memes now. And like
As they do.
yeah, and
Surprise, surprise.
and there was a resurgence of the Overwatch song because there was this one girl that did like she lip synced over it.
Yeah.
While wearing a gaming headset and while holding a PS4 controller, right? And then of course, the internet being the internet, they started replying to that video by pointing out that the controller was turned off. And like it's really shallow and it's so stupid.
Fake gamer.
Yeah. And but because of that, people started replying to that video and that video and that video.
Yeah.
And it's just turned into this really it's unrecognizable now. Because
it's self-aware.
Dude,
it's Skynet.
Dude, it's come to the point where it'll just be that song and the video is a guy, but his head is a keyboard.
Okay.
And
What is this?
This is weird, Emile.
He got a keyboard and he put it through the neck hole of his shirt and he strapped mice to his arms and he's holding an oven toaster.
How?
And he's playing with the oven toaster like a controller.
Okay.
And
Is it on?
yeah. Like at the very end of it, he brings out a pizza. It's pretty good.
That sounds amazing.
Dude, it's just devolved to a point of people replying to the point that it's not recognizable anymore. And a lot of the
Oh no.
it's super
It broke
getting
Raffy.
It broke Raffy.
So stupid.
Again, another successful episode of Breaking Raffy.
I don't understand the youth.
and most of the memes coming out these days of the video memes is just that. It's a devolution of TikTok.
I've never seen this.
Dude,
Yeah.
We can always count on Emile for the most groundbreaking of memes.
It's market research.
Is this a regular segment now?
Yeah.
Emile explains memes.
Yeah.
Memes with Emile. Yeah.
Dude,
memes.
one of the best TikTok things I've seen
Yeah.
is just the first video is one guy flexing.
Is this Ricardo?
No.
Alright.
The very first video is one guy just flexing his arm, but the video cuts off at the bicep, right?
Alright.
Perfectly at the bicep. And when you reply to a TikTok video,
Yeah, it goes to another transition.
yeah, it just puts your video beside that video.
Yeah.
So what the next person did is they just put their arm
Yeah.
in order to connect to the bicep, just like a straight arm.
Yeah.
And then another person replied with another arm, and another person at the very
It's a
end,
never-ending arm.
at the very end, it's a really long noodle arm with two biceps on each end. And it's what the fuck is going on? TikTok's so strong. Dude, it's really good. It's really, really good.
Okay. This might be
Time to make an account.
I might want to watch that.
Get in
I
on
want
it,
to watch that
man.
video.
Oh no, you sold the meme to us.
Yeah, that's
You sold the
that's a
memeing
first.
platform.
That's a
dude,
first.
TikTok, man. Get them TikTok dollars.
This is not a paid sponsorship.
Yeah,
Nope,
dude.
not yet.
Okay.
Not like we have anything to say about
Besides the
TikTok.
the internet colossus known as TikTok, I have been non-stop sharing KDA Popstar.
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
By sharing, you mean fan art?
Yeah, fan art, dude. When it dropped on the internet, it just united the internet in a really weird way. No, because you guys know this about me. This is what I love about certain memes or phenomenon. My favorite phenomenon are the ones that unite the internet.
Yeah.
Bethapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
I mean, pretty
you're
much,
not
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a zone follower.
Dude,
The best way to unite. Yeah.
Dude, all of the artists got on KDA.
Like Bowsette.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
Bowsette, but this one's kind of crazy because it hit 60 million views in a week.
I love
Wow.
that
You know the
there's stats
stats.
to your
Yeah.
memes now.
That's good. You're really
It's like a meme
researching
report.
on this one.
Remember when
I mean,
Pornhub
it's
searches
his
went
job.
up-
It's his job to educate.
Remember when
his
Pornhub searches
team.
went up 800% the moment the Overwatch beta hit?
Hell yes.
Yep, it did. Something similar probably happened, but in the cosplay sphere, because everyone's scrambling to cosplay Akali.
I mean,
So side by side, what would you think is the biggest rise between is it the Overwatch or the KDA?
Oh man, dude! The thing is, the Overwatch No Mercy song is just there,
Uh-huh,
but it's not inspiring other creation. It's just inspiring.
It's just memes.
Yeah, it's just
It's
memes.
just a meme.
But the KDA thing is actually creating art, which to me is the best kind of meme.
It's pretty insightful. analysis,
Basically
actually.
porn.
Dude, yeah, no.
No, you're right.
No,
you're right. You're
It's his
absolutely
job.
right.
It's his job.
Yeah.
Dude, those are the memes I love the most. The memes that unite the world. Because I was just like, yeah. I mean, dude, I was looking at the fucking KDA Popstar video again, and like the top 2 comments are like, the first one is like, what the fuck? I think I'm gonna play LOL now. And like the second one is like, I guess I'm a K-pop fan now. It's like, yo, look at these people uniting.
right.
It's quite
Because
great.
it hits, unlike say Bowsette, which is specifically more art based and cosplay based.
Yeah.
This one is like it's music based too.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
like I don't like playing League. I don't like playing MOBAs in general, but League is like one of the harder ones to get into.
It's pretty hard to get into.
And like, parang, yo, that's a cool song. Oh, that's a cool music video.
It's
Yo,
really
those
cool
designs are really nice.
Dude, like, and like, the music video itself, I mean, like, I'm not even gonna get into like the live opening ceremony because
That's
like
fine.
it's like because that in itself was crazy. Like,
Yeah.
doing it live and like having
In
the models
comparison to
tracking.
BlizzCon, which was also like happening
Yeah.
in the same week.
Yeah, exactly. But like the music video itself is like a work of art. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like
It's very stylish.
Yeah, they use holograms. I mean,
Akali
oh,
Baby.
the music video, yeah.
the music video.
Oh man, like the Akali like segment was
No,
my
and,
favorite
like, do you
part.
notice that there's this constant pulling away?
No,
Yeah.
every
exactly.
shot.
I was actually about to bring that up. Like, it's so deliberate because every shot, except for the only shot in the whole music video that is not dollying out, is the part right before the Akali rap where she says, "Ready for this?"
Yeah,
When it's just her
still
mask.
does.
Yeah.
Oh, you want the 2D smile?
Yes, just the 2D smile.
But
That's
she-
the only shot where it's not dollying out.
But when it comes back to the train, it's
Yes,
slowly
it's still
pulling out in
dollying
different
out.
cuts.
It's like it's so deliberate.
Yeah.
Like, it just makes me feel like how much love was put into it. I mean, like, let's not like.
let's not
skip
overanalyze
Yeah.
something.
No, wait.
I mean,
that's my thing.
Yeah.
all right, go.
No, there was an issue about the artists that worked on it not being credited and not being compensated
Oh,
properly.
no.
No.
Oh, actually,
The art-
like, let's not discount the fact that Riot is a shit company.
Yeah.
But
Never.
the post that was blowing up, though, I think there's a lot of like misconceptions surrounding that.
Yeah.
Because the very first poster was actually the person who worked on Akali.
Yeah, the actual character,
Yeah, the
not the
actual
one
character.
who drew that version
Because
of
like
Akali.
what a lot of people are
Hero.
thinking that was she worked on the Akali KDA design,
Hmm.
and that she got fired after that, which is like totally not the case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like she worked on Akali back in like
Like the character itself.
yeah, back when League of Legends was
Ah.
new and
Got
Akali
it.
was like a new character. She worked on the character concept.
Yeah.
And like it's a shame that she got fired.
It was a good character too. Like there isn't that much bugs on that character when it first came out.
Totally.
It was supposed to be some sort of like a promotion chance for her, and it just happened that you got axed off of the company.
Yeah,
Thanks for
Still sucks.
Yeah.
creating this character.
Dude,
so
like
it's weird.
the toxicity is not just in the League of Legends, but also in the game industry.
Yeah,
fucking
that's
crunch
something.
time's the worst.
Yeah.
And like the one thing that was kind of shitty though was that how they didn't credit the animation studio.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Did
Like
they not?
like the animation studio that actually worked on the music video. They're not in the credits anywhere.
Oh,
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just Riot and the
That's
artists.
hella shit.
Singers.
Yeah,
the hell?
yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, I mean, like, sure, the artists are the ones who did the mocap, did the voices, but like the animation studio deserves some credit too, man.
A lot. A lot.
But isn't that
Clearly a
usually
lot.
the case still, where like the name of the animation studio isn't really plastered on it?
Yeah, it's
But it should be
Well,
in
is
the
it-
end credits.
Or even in the video's description, right?
yeah, at least the description, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. But because of all of this hubbub about KDA, all of this hubbub about like LOL and shit, I actually jumped back into League of Legends this
Ooh,
week.
boise.
I'm actually playing again, boys. It's weird.
Congrats!
My laptop can take it. It's such
Nice.
an old game that my
Good.
laptop can take it.
Good
Fun.
for
How
you.
was it?
It's fun. Actually,
Yeah.
like when I first jumped into it, I jumped into the North American server
Okay.
because I wasn't ready to deal with the PH server.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah,
is ready
nobody
to
is.
deal with it.
Yeah, so I jump into my North American server
Yeah.
and it was slightly laggy because North America and I'm in the Philippines, but like not too toxic and stuff like that. And like I enjoyed the game, and it's like it felt like riding a bike because like I went back in and I was like, yo, I still know how to do this.
Yeah.
That's cool. And then eventually I like held a poll about like where should I go. LOL PH or LOL NA, and like LOL PH won out by like a little margin.
Yeah.
And I decided that, you know, most of my account stuff is there. Most of my friends are there, so why not? I jump back in, and the first thing I hear is like "Bobo, takina, Bobo."
As
The song of our
usual.
people.
Yeah, basically.
I like that.
And like, I've just resolved to not look at chat.
Yeah.
I mean, you can
There's a
turn.
way to
You
mute
can you can mute like all chat and just focus on the team chat.
No, yeah. No, my all chat is muted. The trash talk is coming from my own team.
Yeah, I mean
Christ.
that's normal.
Yes.
That is normal
Dude,
now.
it's like
That's what I hate.
they can't stop tripping over their own dicks. It's like
Yep.
it's the fucking craziest. It's like
Yeah.
everyone's calling each other Bobo, and I don't get it.
For any little misplay.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
whatever.
Bobo.
Dude, it's like everyone is an idiot except for them.
Yep.
It's crazy.
This is why I play MOBAs with a group of friends instead of going
Oh,
solo.
that's the thing.
Para pag tinawag kang bobo, kaibigan mo naman.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can't say that to someone
Yeah.
else.
Yeah,
that
that's
you know.
true. That's true. But
I
yeah,
mean,
that's
Unless you have a friend that is like that,
Yeah.
that's your problem.
Hindi, joke.
nah. I was actually about to say, one of my older friends, no one probably knows him, like from way back in the day, saw that I popped back in the league and like, yo, let's play.
Oh.
And then I was
Ooh.
like,
How many times has this happened?
and then I was like, yo, sure, let's play, man.
Oh,
And then we
no.
play a game. And then he starts off by going, yeah, welcome to the PH server, sobrang toxic dito. It's like, you get used to it, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
10 minutes into the game.
He's
10 minutes
the
into
cancer?
the game. He's the
Oh,
cancer.
no.
He's the one chatting. He's the one saying,
no.
ang bobo ng team."
Initiating this.
Initiating, man.
Oh.
And I'm like, wait,
I mean-
how, like, I can't put myself in the mind of someone that says, ang toxic ng mga tao, then becomes toxic themselves 5 minutes later.
Drivers, also in the Philippines.
It's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Bobo magmaneho while he cuts someone. That is...
Oh,
What a
man. The
dickwad.
Philippines, am I right?
Yeah.
I love it.
I love
it.
those Filipino accents.
Filipino.
Frigidaire.
Frigidaire.
Jodoran.
Diagonal pala.
Wenja.
Wenja's probably the worst. M. Jolnir.
Mujolnir.
M. Jolnir. Esvin.
Oh my god.
And I think that's my week, man.
Nice.
The only thing is like, I'm going to Japan tomorrow.
Yep.
Yay!
Cool.
Get out of here, you fuck.
No, but
We hate
that's
you.
tomorrow.
Oh, you're gone when they
But it's
hear this,
today.
though.
Yeah, they're gone. Like I'm gone once our
Yeah,
our
which
kind
is-
listeners have listened to this.
Which is after 10 days.
I'll be in the.
No, just joking.
I will be in the glorious land of the Nippon.
Nice.
First world, baby.
No, so good.
The land of anime.
What you planning on doing this time?
Mostly just gonna be around Tokyo. I'm gonna be hitting some spots me and Don that didn't hit like the last time we were there. Probably hit Tsukeiji Fish Market.
Yeah.
Is it still there?
Well, they're
They just moved?
No,
or-
the thing with the Tsukiji Fish Market thing that I don't understand is people are always creating a hubbub about like it moving.
Yeah, or
But,
closing
like,
down or
yeah,
something.
what's moving is the business section.
Mm.
All the
Alright.
stalls that the tourists go to are still there.
Still there.
Oh, wow.
So you could still totally go to the place where Tsukiji used to be and still have the experience. Unless you really wanted to go into the business place where
Yeah.
you buy fish for an auction. I
Yeah,
don't know,
to
man.
take home to the
Yeah.
Philippines.
Yes.
I bought this fish from Japan.
Yeah.
Fresh fish! Get it while we got it!
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna hit like some spots I haven't been able to hit yet. Like mostly it's just to chill out and relax.
Or Hariruya.
Yeah.
What?
What? Why are you
Back to the card
Back to the
games.
card
Oh, yeah.
games.
Anyway, how about you, Miggy?
Yeah, that was my week.
How's your
I
week?
saw that you almost got your chain stuck on your vape.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. My
almost
vape has a
defeated.
magnet.
Seconds from disaster.
Mm.
Yeah, dude,
Just like the runners before.
All right, so no video games for me as usual. But I did some homework.
What's
I
the
watched
homework?
Extinction
Hey,
on
oh.
Netflix.
Oh.
With
Extinction.
serious Michael Pena, which is weird.
I guess it's just me who hasn't watched it.
He was pretty serious, wasn't he?
Weird.
Right?
It's really weird.
Dude,
And
the whole
Luke
time-
Cage is in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is boss,
it is.
right?
Yeah. His buddy boss.
So how did you feel about the
Dude.
extinction?
It's really boring
It
is.
until the big fight happens, which is still kind of
Yeah.
And then the thing happens, and like, okay, now
Which
you
is
got
the
me.
thing? Which is the thing? Is the,
Oh, which
shirt,
thing?
Under the shirt thing?
Was it
Yeah.
under the helmet
With
thing?
the tubes.
Okay. But what
That
about
guy looks like Rami Malek.
what about
You're not.
Dude
You're
under
not
the
wrong.
helmet.
You're not
Isn't
wrong.
he Rami Malek or just a lookalike?
Oh,
Look
the
alike.
under the
Okay,
helmet.
okay.
Yeah, under the helmet.
skinny
is
boy.
crazy.
But what about the other twist, the KG one?
The what?
The KG one.
The Luke Cagey one?
No, the David KG one.
No,
No, that's
he's
the
talking
part,
about
like-
the ending.
Yeah, I'm talking about the ending.
Eh,
Really? You didn't like it?
I mean, you didn't like it, right?
No, I
Or-
didn't like it.
I like
I
so,
just dismissed it like, okay, I'm done next.
Oh, okay. No, because I thought you'd have more of a reaction to
No,
it.
I wasn't like super, like I was interested enough to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, like, nah, it's done.
Ah, okay.
Never watching this again.
I mean, it's just a monologue happening while the ending scene is
Yeah,
running,
how do you
right?
feel about that ending scene of Louise just waxing poetic while the train goes into the sunset?
What a nothing.
Yeah, dude, what a nothing movie.
But
can't wait for you to watch
I mean-
it, Samson. Then we talk all about it again.
I mean, I'm
I'll
gonna watch
rewatch
it.
that part again.
I'll still watch it, but also related
Are we gonna do
to
spoiler cast?
relating to Michael Pena, Narcos Mexico's
Oh, is it
just
Narcos?
arrived.
Really?
Yeah, season 1's now on Netflix.
Okay.
And it stars your boy Michael Pena.
Michael Pena.
And Diego Luna.
Like a pain.
Diego Luna from Rogue One.
Cool.
So that's
Oh,
cool.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm gonna watch it, of course, this weekend if I have
Extinction
time.
is like an hour 30.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
pretty
it feels
short for a
long.
movie.
It feels long.
I mean,
Sure.
I started around like just watching 10 minutes of it.
Just get through the family part.
Just when Luke Cage
So
appears and he just like, hey,
boring.
where's my
No,
money,
just
honey?
keep going. Just keep going.
Yeah.
The awkward birthday
Yeah,
party.
yeah.
All right.
That's when it kicks in.
Get to the birthday party.
No, when the thing that like the twist gets explained,
Yeah.
and then I was like hammering away because I had to watch it like twice, in 2 sittings,
Oh,
so I can
God.
get through it.
All right.
Yeah.
So biglang when I said like, oh, now you have my attention. Somebody comments like, that explains why the first half is so boring.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that
I don't
does.
think it does. I think they just suck as people.
Yeah, they do. They do suck as people.
Right?
Okay. I mean, I have no idea, but I will look into it. I'll try to watch
We were
it
all
this weekend.
toasters the same.
We're
Oh,
speaking
no.
in riddles.
They're all old people. Anyway.
It's dumber than that.
It's dumber than that.
No, it's not dumber. It's more boring than that.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's true.
They're just
It's true.
people.
People are dumb.
Or
No, like,
normal.
this boy has done the automata homework. Nick Samson.
Oh,
He's
no.
done it all.
Oh no!
So
So
it's-
it's so
He's
it's
up to E. He's done it.
so it's similar like that.
No, that's better.
Okay,
Automata is
good,
obviously
good
better.
because
I would
near.
like to think, hopefully, Automata's better. I mean, I haven't
Way
played it
better.
yet.
I mean,
No, the way it
I'm-
tackles the subject matter.
Yeah.
I am holding these emotions again for you boys
You know,
to
surprisingly,
play.
I'm
You
still.
can't spoil it.
I can't
That'll ruin
spoil
it.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
like, I am squeaky clean when it comes to Nier.
Yeah.
Which is like a miracle.
fine.
That's
Yeah.
good for you.
They're all toasters.
Like
Yeah,
seriously,
they're sexy toast.
I cannot.
Yeah.
Seriously, I cannot talk about Nier.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
I
But
really
the subject
would.
matter that Extinction tackles
It's similar to
is
Nier.
similar and it's done way better on it.
Doesn't that spoil him?
No.
No, it's like the scope of how that subject matter is tackled. It's parang really mababaw everywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But Automata goes like out and way beyond the box.
Yeah.
Like
can
literally
imagine.
the time
Yeah.
gap between
Let us.
our year and the game is like the
Oh,
year
yeah.
11,000 something.
Oh,
You
yeah.
kind of feel it.
Cool.
It's like
Anyways,
they skip over what you normally conceive.
Mm-hmm,
Because like it's been done thousands of years before.
Because Yoko Taro writes backwards.
Yeah,
And-
'cause
and
it's
that guy's a
crazy.
That is
man.
true, yeah.
Crazy.
He writes backwards and drunk.
Yeah,
What
that
does that
too.
mean?
No, as in like
Literally
he,
drunk.
like he,
No,
he boozes up, then writes
yeah.
the ending.
Yeah, then he goes backwards.
Yeah.
Okay,
He
that's
writes
cool.
Yeah, he boozes up, writes the ending, and he's like, "So what could have happened?" That's his writing style.
One of Yoko Taro's tweets was, I'm so happy about Square Enix development team.
Yeah.
Parang like, how was the development process of Automata? Oh, I just gave it to Platinum and I was mostly drunk.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
because like before, during the Drakengard days, he was all like, "Oh, I have to work on the development of the game and stuff like
Which
that."
is why it's always
yeah,
shitty.
Yeah, it's always shitty because he's not good at that.
And he has no money.
And basically, when Square and Platinum signed on, his number one comment was like, "Oh, I'm so glad that they're here. That gives me more time to drink and write."
Yeah.
Which is what he's good at.
Yeah, he's good at
And
drinking.
Platinum makes good games for cheap.
Yeah, dude.
So,
Best
one thing that I can say about Nier, if any of you guys want to go into this game, I suggest that once you finish the game, you just keep it going.
No, when you say finish the game, you mean ending A?
Yeah,
Because that's not an ending.
yeah, ingay.
Okay.
Like
It's not.
you
It's
just
really
Like
not.
No.
even I know that's not an ending, and I still haven't convinced Charlie otherwise.
yeah. We just keep it going. Just go push through the second route or whatever it is. Like the first ending isn't an ending at all. Even in a player's viewpoint, when I finished the ending of Route A, I was dissatisfied. Like it is too vanilla.
Oh yeah.
It
it's
is
really
just
vanilla.
it is just like
It
I don't
does
know.
some stuff, but then it ends really vanilla.
Yeah. So that's something that's already a hint. Not to mention that the actual developers and the publishers.
There's a screen that tells you to keep
Yeah,
playing.
there's a screen that tells you to keep playing because
how-
it isn't over yet.
Yeah,
How
because
vastly different are the like the
It's
routes?
not. Literally, after
It's
you.
not an ending.
No, it's the main ending quote unquote routes are ending A to E.
Yeah.
And they tell you that.
Yeah.
The rest are joke endings.
Yeah,
Like,
like
oh,
ending.
self-destruct in the base, joke ending something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like
but yeah.
A and B are
Yeah.
the same timeline from different perspectives.
Okay.
Let's just.
No, then literally C is the second half of the game.
Yeah.
It continues on from
Ooh.
that point at which you stop.
Oh.
that's as much as I know.
So it's not an ending. They should properly be called chapters, but they're calling it endings because that's the trend of Yoko Taro's games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's because Yoko Taro's storytelling is off the hook. So it's like it's hard to explain it to a normal person.
And some of
Right.
the games do have proper endings, and then you start from a different route.
Yeah.
Bless you, Raffy.
Sorry.
It's fine.
I
So like Drakengard, when they go to different endings, they are endings for that particular timeline.
Uh-huh.
Then when you pick a different route, you're starting off at a different point at time with like maybe a different timeline of the same characters. Like they did something slightly different and you're continuing off there.
Yeah.
This one it's just one timeline. And like after B, you literally play a second half of the game.
Cool.
And moving forward in time.
Like speaking of spoilery stuff that I haven't played yet, I haven't played Deltarune.
Oh,
I
maybe
I haven't
need to
played
play
yet.
Deltarune.
Yeah, I
I'm
haven't played
seeing so many Twitter posts about it and I don't understand.
I'm still clean somehow.
I'm clean,
Yeah,
and
I'm
I've.
Like I see, oh, Deltarune cover song. Like, nope, hide tweet.
yeah, exactly.
Have
That's what I do.
they already fixed the uninstall bug that's
Probably,
been
hopefully.
bothering the?
Just install it in a dummy folder.
Yeah, just install it in a
Or
place
just
you
don't
don't care about.
uninstall.
Never uninstall it.
nice.
Caught up on Promised Neverland.
Oh snap! All right.
Listen,
How is it? How is it?
the premise isn't as interesting as I thought.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
characters, the adventure is fine.
The adventure is great. The like for me, it's the art that makes it.
The art is really good too.
Art's
Yeah.
really good.
I just wish the premise was a bit more interesting because that's the strong part of the first.
Oh yeah,
section.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The first section,
The mystery.
The mystery was big. Mystery was big.
But like
strong.
it's fun. You know, it's not just as deep as I.
So
expected.
you're caught up with.
Yeah, I'm caught up.
That's cool.
That's
I can't
super
wait
cool.
for it
I
to.
can't wait for
Like
it
I thought it was
to keep
done
going.
and like wait.
Yeah,
I'm caught up.
I really
Shit.
want this story to finish and not to proceed into like
Berserker.
Naruto or One Piece levels of
Yeah.
like
No. Like,
just
I think
milking
it's-
the franchise.
Like I think Naruto is okay. One Piece is very okay.
Uh-huh.
I don't want it to become Bleach.
Yeah.
That's what I don't want.
Exactly.
It to become. Like I'm okay with it becoming One Piece. I'm okay with it kind of becoming Naruto, but
I don't know,
never
like-
Bleach.
I don't think it's gonna become that because it
Yeah.
looks like there's a solid ending. To
Yeah.
this
It
route.
is
really
true.
feels like
fine.
it.
Yeah, like I
They
think
just need to get there.
I think from what we are now at the manga, it's basically like Act 3 already
Yeah, Act
of
3
the
or like
story.
4 or something.
Feels like
Yeah. So
Because they're on their way to like, oh, we can reach the ending if we go there.
Yeah.
How do we get there? There's things
I
there.
don't know. Stare at these rocks.
We'll
Oh.
try.
yeah,
Oh,
right.
this-
keep
yeah,
it
dude.
going. But
JoJo, caught up on JoJo Part 5. The anime,
Cool.
Nice.
it's nice.
Super
Like
nice.
I've
Still
heard
not
people
really.
complain about the art, like the art is not interesting, and yet it's the same as Part 4.
Yeah.
It's real good.
Though the transitions aren't as classy, but they're there.
Yeah, they are there.
There's a part. You're at the boat, right?
Yes.
There's
I'm
a
at the
part
boat,
where I think you're an episode behind. Mix. There's a part where Good Charity is like, you know, when you put your fingers as if in a pinching motion in front of your eye,
Yeah.
and you catch the shape of something. There's a point where it goes through that and it flips perspective, but it's a little too subtle to notice.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's
And I'm
real
like,
good.
whoa! I was looking into the fingers, then suddenly I'm looking at it from the opponent's perspective
Oh,
because he's
okay.
belittling the opponent at that moment.
Yeah.
Alright, I don't know that. I
So
have
it's not as like classy as like Part 4 because I think the transitions are a bit more like smoothly animated. Plus, like they're a bit more outrageous. Like Jotaro going off a phone call, leaning down, and suddenly he's in a taxi cab
Yeah.
from his hotel room.
Those transitions are really
They're
strong.
not as
That's
heavy
cool.
as that, but they're there.
Okay.
And plus, the pacing is lightning fast as well.
Yes, the pacing is pretty fast.
I mean, I'm enjoying this iteration of JoJo. So,
It's so bizarre.
yeah, it is so
When
bizarre.
something happens, I don't understand.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you really have to think about what's happening.
Dude, Raffy, you gotta watch this one.
Yeah.
There's a dude-
It's so
The
intimidating. Where
main
do I
secondary,
start?
like the main best friend character,
Yeah.
his power is he can make zippers.
Yep, zippers
So
from
he'll put
literally
the zipper on his
anything.
my
table,
attention.
and you can go through that gap
Yeah.
in the zipper through the table.
Dude, he can put the zipper in your arm, and
portals?
you can hide from it.
No, dude.
You can hide into it.
What he does is he puts a zipper on his arm,
He
fucking
removes his
rips
arm.
the zipper part, and then uses it as a long ass punch.
Yeah,
dude.
now
So
you're
like the zipper
thinking
can
about
extend his arm as a
zippers.
fist.
Yeah,
Okay.
bizarre,
I'm
right?
sold,
He can
but
hide
I'm-
people by putting a zipper in their back and going in the gap.
And
Well,
remember,
yes,
this is
I
just
like the
one
zipper
character.
It's one power.
It's just
Yes.
one character.
I'm into it,
Dude.
but how?
There is
It's
there is
bizarre.
one instance in JoJo where a character uses his powers to turn a gun into a banana.
Yeah,
Alright.
Specifically.
Alright.
For a really good purpose.
And
I
peeling
think
the
you already saw
banana.
this.
I'm into
Peeling
it.
I think
the
you already saw
banana
this
cocked the
screenshot.
gun.
Yeah, peeling the banana cocks the gun.
Yeah,
Dude.
the perfect crime.
Okay.
The perfect crime.
I'm into it.
Dude.
It's
I'm into
great.
it, but why?
There's a
and
bad
how?
guy called Black Sabbath,
Yeah.
like the band.
It
It has
Yeah.
nothing to do with Black Sabbath.
There's a stand in JoJo that only makes you heavy.
Yeah,
Well, one of his powers
Gates,
does.
bro.
It only makes you
Dude,
heavy.
can I say I'm cool Nikoichi?
Dude,
Part five.
yeah.
Yeah.
Every
Wait,
time,
come
like
on, it's this
best
little
boy.
child.
Dude, why does he
It's
still
so
look
bad,
like
guys.
that? What's wrong with him?
He's in high school.
Yeah,
No, but still.
and it's not really that much of a time gap
Yeah, it's
between
like a
4
few
and
months, I
5.
think.
No, but
Yeah.
like he's so tiny.
But he's in high
I
school.
know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
But like when his stand comes in, he's such a badass.
Yeah,
he
dude.
starts walking slowly with a heavy tone in his voice.
Is that one of the only stands that can talk?
I
All
think
the
so.
stands
So far.
Like,
Most
there are a
of them
few
don't.
stands
This
that
one talks
do.
independently. He starts swearing at you.
Yeah, he's.
I mean-
son of like what?
I mean, there.
He calls the nurse a bitch
Yeah,
for
yeah,
no
yeah,
reason.
yeah.
I mean, there's Pearl Jam. Is it Pearl
Pearl Jam
Jam?
doesn't talk. They're a bunch of
Pearl Jam doesn't talk,
tomatoes.
dude.
Or who's the guy who's always just clinging to your back
Oh,
and said,
oh,
"Burn the pictures."
Trick.
Cheap Trick. There we
Yeah.
go.
Oh,
He
he was-
talks.
He's one of the few stands that can move.
Yeah.
A different person, so he's special.
That doesn't count.
But he
Because
talks.
Yeah, because he's separate from the stand.
You know what? Anubis talks.
Anubis talks.
Anubis
Yeah.
talks. That's a talking sword.
Mhm.
He
Uh,
got stuck in a cow's
yeah.
butt.
He got stuck in a
Yeah.
cow's butt. He
Dude,
did.
bizarre adventure.
It's so bizarre.
I am as confused as when
Oh,
exactly.
Emile was explaining the memes.
You know what's great, Raffy? You know what's great?
Yeah.
Part 1 is basically Castlevania.
Yeah.
To a T.
Hey.
But dumber in a
Yeah.
good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Vampires?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
Dude,
There's vampires.
European vampires.
dude.
Godbrand.
Part 1 of JoJo is about a family of muscular men who fight vampires.
Oh.
That's part 1. That's basically the Belmont
Sweet.
clan.
And
Yeah.
one of them becomes a vampire,
Ooh.
thus making a family feud.
One question. I'm really into it. One question. How do I start? Because every time I ask you guys, how do I
Part
start
one.
with the JoJo? You say that it's always super old. And it's
Because
It is pretty
Yeah.
old.
It is old.
does
The
it hold up?
2011 anime starts it off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can't I just jump into now?
Yeah,
Yes,
you can.
you
Can,
Okay.
because each part, quote unquote, is basically a new generation and a
Yes.
new storyline.
Ooh, which was the cool chick? The
Which
Jolene.
Oh, Stone
that's-
Ocean is next.
Yeah.
It's part 6.
It's part six.
Anime
Oh.
now is part 5.
It has not come yet.
Yep.
No,
That's
no,
it.
it's not.
Okay.
But I'd say if you're gonna go into those, you need to at least watch part 3, because the father of Jolene is the hero of part 3.
Okay. 3.
But
3.
watch part 1. No,
Anyways.
because people love part 2. 'cause
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a big dumb adventure.
When you say it, kasi, what's stopping me is it's very intimidating.
Okay,
No, no.
here. Let me sum it up for you.
Okay.
Part 1 is Castlevania.
Okay.
Part 2 is.
I think we had this conversation
Terminator
before.
on the road.
No. Part 2 is specifically you hanging out with a jackass.
Yeah.
Part 3 is the journey around the world.
Before my mom dies.
Yeah. Part 4. Yeah, exactly. Part
I
4
forgot
is
about that part.
Scooby Doo.
yeah Scooby Doo. Part 4 is Scooby Doo. Part
he's not
Listen.
Dude,
No, no.
we've
Listen
been
to this recording.
No. We've
It is
we've
ridiculous.
explained this before.
Yeah.
2 episodes in.
yeah. Part
So-
1 Castlevania. Part 2.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Part 1 is only 12 episodes long.
You just scream Scooby Doo like it makes sense. It doesn't.
It's totally
It doesn't.
Scooby-Doo.
There's a dog. There was a dog.
He's right, but it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
This is like deja vu.
Part 4 is
No,
Scooby-Doo.
Part 1 is the easiest to follow because it's
It's
straightforward battle
yeah,
manga.
it's basically
exactly.
Castlevania.
The stupid stuff comes 3 onwards.
Yeah, just watch part 1
Part 2
and
is
if
just
you're not
the
sold.
protagonist is stupid in
Yeah.
part 2.
No, like you watch part 1 to learn the lore. You
Yes.
watch part 2 because the protagonist is a jackass.
Okay.
You watch part 3 because everyone loves part 3.
Yep.
You
And
watch
then-
part 4 because it's a great mystery.
Okay.
And Scooby-Doo.
Okay,
You
okay,
watch part
okay.
5
Because
because
it's the
it's
new
out
thing.
now.
And it's the best one.
Okay.
That fans are saying
And
it's the
usually,
best one.
If you've reached past part 2, you're in it.
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
If you
Okay.
like it up to that point, you're in it. It's
Okay.
too late.
All,
But it-
all I
like-
heard was part 1 was Castlevania.
No. How long is part 2? It's like
Scooby-Doo.
I think if you add part 1 and part 2, it's like 36 episodes all in
Yeah,
all.
yeah. Part
It's
2's
one
pretty
season.
long.
Yeah.
Part 1 is really short,
Okay.
Yeah.
and then part 2 takes place immediately after,
Okay.
and then 3 is where it gets a bit weird because the art style changes, and then
Araki discovers
and
his
then the
sexuality.
powers change
Yeah.
in part 3.
Oh, okay.
But part 3 is the
But
one
stop.
that the most of the world knows about.
Yes, part
That's
3.
one where stands start coming out.
I
I'll
suggest
take
just
all
go.
that in consideration, but I'll start with part
here.
3, I think.
No, part 1 is on Netflix.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's the
part-
easiest
okay.
one.
Okay.
I can't
Part
vouch
1
for
and
the
2,
subs.
right?
Yeah, part 1 and 2.
are
Yes,
on
1 and 2 are on
Okay.
Netflix.
Then
Alright.
that settles it.
You can
Yep.
hit it.
Yes, I can hit it.
Get ready for some weird stuff.
Yeah. So anyway, I think we have to wrap this up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we do.
I think Emile needs a shut eye. Needs to sleep
Yes,
because
Don't we got some like
Complaints.
reader mail?
Yeah.
we could probably
How
skip
much
that.
you got?
I mean,
a lot.
it's already. So
Yeah. It's pretty late.
yeah, we should skip it. I mean, we could go and continue this thing, and it's
say?
like the reader mail could take half
Can we do
of
it
the
next week?
episode.
Yeah, let's do it next
because
We still do it the next
I mean, spoilers. It's basically Carlo giving us the script of the whole podcast,
Holy shit.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds great.
Whoa.
and it's not accurate.
Nice.
Holy shit. Oh, wait, can we do that when I'm here?
Uh,
get
Yeah, let's
back
let
next
us
week?
pile
yeah,
up. That
yeah,
sounds fun.
yeah. Let's
Yeah,
file
yeah.
up then.
Okay.
Sounds super fun, guys.
All right, so thanks for listening. Just follow us on our Facebook page, our anchor.fm.
Yep.
You can also listen to us on iTunes, Apple Podcasts,
Yes.
Google Podcasts.
Yeah.
What
Breaker.
else?
Spotify,
Yeah.
Podbean.
iTunes.
Delicious.
Roku.
Yeah.
We need to update the YouTube section.
Yeah, actually, we're on Roku. It's
What?
pretty weird. Anyway, also, we have a Patreon, as we've mentioned before. So you can go and have a look at our tier options and follows.
So if you like what you hear,
Yep.
head on over down to our Patreon and become a patron today.
Yay!
Yay.
Keep it going,
Take
guys.
that.
We can use the money to improve our audio
Yeah.
equipment and settings.
Yeah,
And
and
make for better quality shenanigans.
and sandwiches, am I right?
Plus,
it wouldn't
we've
hurt.
cooked up like a bunch of awesome rewards. Like
Cooked up like sandwiches, am I right?
true.
You don't?
Like just like sandwiches, we've cooked up a bunch of awesome rewards that not only do you get to support the show and help us improve our content, you also get some awesome rewards yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
for
like
being a fan of the
I
show.
think one of the reward tiers forces me to use my voice in like a 5-second recording of your choice.
Okay.
Which you actually need to do so.
Yeah. I I think my first line read is like.
No,
can
don't
say
spoil it. This
You have to-
Patreon
we won't spoil it.
exclusive
We won't spoil it.
Yeah.
is only for our Patreons.
Yes.
Alright.
It's exclusive. Yeah.
He's free to use it as they wish.
Yeah, actually.
He's gonna force me to say stuff.
Thank you, Charlie.
No.
We really appreciate.
Damn it.
Yeah, dude.
And thank you all Patreon subscribers, Carlo
Yes.
and Charlie.
Yes.
Thank you.
Dude, we love you so much.
Yeah.
Anyways.
thank you so
Thank you
much
so
for supporting the show.
Keep it going.
Keep it going.
Go.
Keep it going.
Here we go.
Keep it going.
Here we go. Dungeon roll.
I am the dungeon of the world.
Oh, are you recording them?
Micah Checo.
Hey, yo.
Eh,
Roll up.
eh.
Energy Zill. Energy
Energizzle.
Energizzle for shizzle.
Let's
My
go.
nizzle.
Sticky
Badizzle dizzle.
and sticky.
We must silence the field.
Wow. That's the first time we've successfully been silent.